One of the issues that I think we're all not struggling with, but trying to nail down better is just how you define junk fees. And it's not easily definable. So, Professor Zawicki, is that right? Can you take a crack at that? What I want to make sure is that the ones that are junk fees, we go after. The ones that are fees, I think the key on other kind of fees is transparency. But maybe the two of you can help us with regarding junk fees, and then the definition, and then I have kind of a follow-up on what you think economically their impact is, which I think is also an important issue. You want to take a crack at that, Professor?
Sure. Junk fees is a meaningless term, but it's worse than meaningless. It's actually pernicious, which is that by sort of using this blanket conclusory label, it obscures the complexity of this, the difference between drip pricing, risk-based pricing, multi-part pricing, partition pricing, and that sort of thing. And it kind of sweeps into one bucket things that are legitimate, things that aren't, things that might be partially legitimate. And now it's even got more confusing because you look at the FTC rule, for example, on auto dealers, they take things like nitrogen-filled tires that they charge more money for and claim that's a junk fee. The problem with that is not that it's a separate price for nitrogen-filled tires. The problem, if there is a problem, is that nitrogen-filled tires are garbage, right? There's nothing there. It doesn't matter whether it's disclosed separately or bundled in the price if it's a worthless product. And so when we talk about junk fees, we can end up confusing ourselves, lumping in things because we want to just apply this label to it. Whereas I think it'd be much better to understand risk-based pricing. What are things where they're pricing for something that you get no value from? What are the things where they're pricing things simply to extract wealth from consumers and the like?
So would you how would you define something that falls into each of those different categories with different labels?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, what I've tried to say is that we can look at the context in which these arise. So, for example, mandatory fees. Yeah. Any mandatory fees should be strongly presumptively disclosed up front. There may be scenarios that I can't think of where that may be the case. That's the only reason I'm hedging. Things that are near mandatory may be like that, right? Like credit card surcharging might be an example. So I would start with that. I would also think about what exactly is the market failure, which is, is it the problem that's disclosed too late in the process? Is the problem that this fee is for a worthless service, right? Or is it something that seems to be doing some work in terms of allocating the cost of using a product or a service to the person actually using it, like a late fee does, for example, on credit cards?
Happy Friday, friends. You will need to take action and claim this relief money if you meet these eligibility requirements. It is possible that you are one of the 1.5 million Americans that are currently owed money by our federal government, and on average, these checks are worth nearly $1,000. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out what you need to know, as there is not much time left before the deadline. Also, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you will need to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. So time is running out for 1.5 million Americans to claim $1.5 billion in unclaimed tax refunds. The Internal Revenue Service says taxpayers have until July 17 to claim their refunds from the 2019 tax year. Most Americans file annual tax returns, but low-income households that make less than the standard deduction, which is $12,200 for individuals, $18,350 for heads of households, and $24,400 for married couples who file joint returns, typically do not have to file a tax return with the IRS. The average median refund for tax year 2019 was $893. According to CBS News, IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel said in a statement that some people may have missed a deadline in 2020 because of the crisis. Under federal law, taxpayers have 3 years to file and claim tax refunds. If they don't claim the refunds within 3 years, then the money goes to the United States Treasury. Due to the crisis, people have more time to claim their refunds because the window for 2019 unfiled returns was pushed to July 17, 2023. Also, taxpayers could miss out on the Earned Income Tax Credit, which was worth as much as $6,557 in 2019. So friends, it is important to claim any available relief money, especially as the cost of living across the United States does not seem to be getting any more affordable. Millions of Americans are struggling to pay their household bills compared to just 1 year ago. But the rise in hardship is not hitting all groups equally. Older workers and individuals over 65 years old, who are largely retired, have experienced the sharpest rise in financial hardship among all age groups compared with last year. The share of individuals 55 to 64 years old who said they had difficulty paying their bills in the last 7 days rose 8 percentage points in late April to early May versus 1 year ago. 37% of people in that age group report finding it somewhat or very difficult to handle their financial obligations. The impact of inflation has been hardest on older Americans. Experts say that this is partly because older workers failed to receive the boost to wages that lifted the earnings of younger employees during the crisis. Social Security checks for seniors have also lagged inflation. When it comes to real estate, timing is everything. If you have been waiting to buy or sell a home, you are probably anxiously waiting to see what the market will look like by the end of spring. In March 2023, existing home sales declined by 22% from 1 year ago. Additionally, the median existing home sales price dropped 0.9% from 2022. Notably, the inventory of unsold existing homes increased by 1% from February 2023. This is equal to 2.6 months supply of inventory at the current monthly sales rate. While conditions are currently looking promising for buyers, it is never wise to get too comfortable in today's volatile market. There is no way to know for sure what the market will bring before summer officially begins, but many analysts have released their projections. One analyst told Yahoo News, overall, home prices are trending lower, although that's not an indication of a deflation in value. New home sales will rise to 680,000 units by the end of spring, which is well above the average of 620,000 units realized over the past 3 months. Yahoo News reported that the average sale price in the United States was $515,000 in March. That is down from $552,000 in December 2022. By the end of spring, prices are expected to be close to $510,000. The rental market may also be challenged, as rates have reached an average monthly rate of $1,625, and the prospect of softening employment conditions will impact the rate of rental growth. But overall, these changes probably will not be a major factor. Well, my beautiful and amazing friends, thank you so much for being here today and for being part of this community. To say thank you for being here every day, I will be announcing several winners in a video later today. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you will need to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.